Hi guys, welcome to my room, C1. So there's the carnivorous plants around the back, and it's where some of you guys sit over there, and over here it's a bit different, isn't it? Anyway, I'm going to show you how electrons were discovered. So right now there's a power pack, and you haven't probably seen one of these before. This is an induction coil, and that will induce about 20 to 30,000 volts of electricity. We need a really high voltage to go through these tubes. These tubes are called Crookes tubes, and it was something like these that J.J. Thomson used to discover the electron. Now I'm going to show you just how he did it. So actually I'm going to go and turn the light off first. You're going to go for a walk with me over to my lights and switch off. Now back to the experiment, and I'm going to switch on the power, and presto, streams of electrons. They're coming from the cathode. I'm not going to leave it on for long because unfortunately it produces X-rays, and I wouldn't let you guys actually do it. If you were here, you'd do it. You'd stand a couple of meters away. But it produces rays. And those rays, Thomson didn't know what they were initially, but he did a few little experiments and eventually discovered that they were negative. So I'm going to put a magnet up near it. And you notice when I do, it changes them. Just so happens that electric charges are influenced by magnetic fields. So you just notice that those charges were influenced by the magnetic field, and the way they're influenced determines whether they're positive or negative. So it's pretty easy to see when I do that. They're actually being repelled right there. You probably can't see that quite as well as I can. And right there, they're being attracted to it. So they're obviously positive. They're obviously charged particles, and it wouldn't be too hard to actually design an experiment where it worked out whether they're positive or negative. In Year 12, we study that in some detail. So that's electrons. Now, Thomson was able to work out, and you do the maths of it in Year 12, that those particles were about an 1800th of the mass of the then known smallest particle. And at that time, the then known smallest particle was a hydrogen atom. And this was much smaller, an 1800th of the size of a hydrogen atom, which meant that hydrogen atoms must have consisted of smaller particles, negative charges. So that's the discovery of the electron. Have a bit of a read about that. If you do physics in Year 11 and 12, which I'm suggesting lots of you do, then you will study that in some detail and study the maths of it. It's not all that difficult, the maths. We could actually do it, but we won't at this stage. Okay, hope you have a good look at that and enjoy it. See ya.